All right, good morning. We working on top of the car again. Anyway, I was going to explain this circuit. I need a bias circuit on this setup for this little maco here, and I'm working on bias, and I'm just coming up with a plan. Anyhow, all right, we got a diode here. Our 42 volts is basically our supply is coming in here to this diode here. It's going into this resistor, and you got a cap here. Going in this resistor, it comes out, and I figured on paper it was going to be 12 to 42 volts. We got a 12K pot, which that pot is actually 10, but it's measuring 12 across this lead and this lead. So anyway, I took a 4.7, that's a 2-watt pot. We ain't going to use probably very few milliamps, so it won't never make that reach maximum. And I got some 4.7K 4 watts to ground here. All right, and this voltage, it's flipping between 42.6, 42.7. I got it hooked up over here. I'll show you what I've done. Here's the cap. It's just in here temporary. All this temporary. This is the voltage right now. And see, if I take this variable on the front and I turn it, it'll go all the way down to, what is that? 11, about 12 volts almost, yeah. This was on me calculating this on paper. But it'll go all the way up to around 42.6, anyhow, negative bias. All right, here's the diode that's in line. I ain't fixed it, but you can see my resistor and my cap. Let me tilt that up. You can probably see that resistor and cap up in there. Yeah, this thing is live, anyhow. I hadn't got the high voltage hooked up off that board, but I know it's gonna look like a rat nest in here, but I really don't care, as long as it works right now for what I'm gonna do with it. But you run your voltage off your transformer through a diode, and the diode, the band is pointing towards the transformer, because you can get negative bias that way. This green one leads to the right side of that 10K pot. The yellow wire is my go into voltage. The white wire comes around, it's gonna go to these tubes to supply the bias, and the ground goes down. So basically this cap is if you don't have this cap in here, you're not gonna get about 13 volts bias negative, because it ain't got nothing to store in, you know. So this is a 330 150 cap. That's plenty of storage for this anyway. But that's basically the circuit, and you see it working. So I'm gonna use, I about decided not to turn this into a tube tester. Just go ahead and put me two 8-pin sockets in it and put some 26 HU5s in it, make me a little 2-tube amp out of this thing. That's what I about decided to do. But let's just talk about bias this morning.